So I'm making a beef curry, and apologies, you can probably hear the ice cream machine in the background. So I said to Carl, right, do you want a one pot wonder tonight, which is this. I've never tried it before, but I thought I'll get it when I'm shopping, right? And he said, oh God, not you and your one pan wonders, right? So I said, well, you can make a curry then. Then all of a sudden, my dad's coming over to get his van washed. And Carl is a better cook than me. And he does a better curry than me. But this is his recipe, so I'm going to do my best, right? Because he won't have time, because he's on his way back from picking our son up from work. Then he's going to be on car wash, van wash duties. So I've got his instructions. So in here is my whizzer of ability, and we all know who else has got a whizzer of ability. Whose is better? Who whizzes better? No idea. So in here goes, this is going to be me paste mix, like a ginger paste mix. So I'm going in with some onion. I want my tin of chopped tomatoes, and these are just, they're now fancy, they're just basic. Tin of chopped tomatoes, I'll quickly rinse that out. Oh God, flinging it all out. And then I want my garlic and ginger to go in. So you can use fresh if you want, you can use the tubes of the puree, because either. Or I use this, which is a minced garlic ginger paste anyway. So you want a tablespoon of garlic and a tablespoon of ginger, whichever way you're going to do it. But I'm just going to have 2 of these. It's quite strong as well. And for anybody who likes the Indians and the curries and stuff, who doesn't have like a authentic shop or whatever near them, Tesco's has got offers on, 20% off on all of the world food stuff. So I got some good deals when I was in. And also I got, like, at work they do these, so I get my salary and I get bonuses for different projects and stuff I work on, but throughout you get, there's like it's called a star scheme. So if you get good feedback from your customers and stuff like that, you get points, and for your points you get vouchers. So I've just got a £150 voucher. So they say to you, do you want the voucher, do you want money or do you want the voucher? And I get a voucher most of the time, because I begrudge, or I pay enough tax and NI as it is. So I get the voucher just because I want a voucher, and you get it for like certain places of your choice. So I've getting it for Tesco, bizarrely, but I do my shopping there, so I'm thinking I might as well just get it for there because I don't need anything else. And then afterwards I was like, why didn't I get it for like Amazon or something? Because I want a projector for the camper van. So anyway, I obviously never thought about that one, did I? So next time I get another one, because I get them quite often, to be fair. So next time I get another one, I'll just use the other one for that. So yes, so me £150 voucher I used to buy big, like, just stock up the cupboards and stuff with just random stuff. I mean, if you see my pantry, it's like unreal with stuff. I think yeah, I'm just being over prepared, I think. But anyway, never mind, right, I'm babbling. So I want my lid and stuff on, and then we'll whiz it up. I've just spent the last 5 minutes looking for the lid, and it's in front of us. Jesus Christ. So that's all whizzed up. So there's our garlic ginger mix. So next up, I need to get my spices sorted out. So I'm going to have 2 sets of spice bowls. So I've got some bay leaves. I don't know if you've seen them, but I've got some in the back garden. I need to dry them out. So I want 2 of them. And then I'll grab some, and then I want a teaspoon of cumin seed, so some of them. And then I want, this is like a cinnamon bark or hessian bark, so I want a bit of that. Some of that, the bark. I've just bought a top up of that actually because, as I said earlier, it was on offer. So that's it there. Oh, what's, yeah. So that's it. The cinnamon sticks, Hessian bark. It says Chinese on there. But, same thing. Right, and then I want 5 of these. And I'm gonna smash them open. Or just squash them a bit. Just so the pods open up. Because when I did some of before, I didn't open the pods up even though I normally do. But like, my mind tends to sometimes go blank when I'm out recording. And someone did point it out, I think it was Polska, not sure what the name of the thing is, but so there's me first spice bowl there, and then the second spice bowl that I need to do is, let's have a look. Right, so we want our chili powder first. So this is Kashmiri chili powder, and this is personal preference on whatever you want in. Like, if you ask an Indian or whatever, they'll say that this is not. It's mainly used for colour. It's not really that spicy. But to me, it is. So you can put whatever amount you want in. I'm putting 1.5 teaspoons because, as I say, I don't do spice. So I want a tablespoon next of garam masala. And I'll have to top that jar up now because I haven't got much of that left either. I want a teaspoon of cumin, so just some ground cumin, a teaspoon of that in there. I want a teaspoon of turmeric, so turmeric. And I just use these pots, and I buy like the big bags of stuff. We've got like a proper Asian shop, halal shop thing. So I just call them there, and you can get all the spices and stuff for like cheap as chips really. And then I've got a teaspoon of salt, and this is just table salt. It's not anything spectacular. And then we've got 2 of the paprika. And I'm running low on that now, so I'll have to get some of that. I use paprika and like all sorts, and it's lovely on chips and all, like fries or something. Right, so there's my second spice bowl done. So the next thing is to start cooking. So I've just got my big pan there, and I'm just putting the gas on. And I'm popping a little bit of oil in, and also some ghee butter. Couple of tablespoons should be enough. So we're going to melt that down and get it up to heat so that when our onions go in, they sort of sizzle, and then they're going to cook off in that for a while. So the key is to cook the onions off for quite some time and get all the flavour out of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in our spice mix number 1 that you've seen us prepare earlier, along with the onions, and then that's just going to flavour the onions, flavour the oil, and create a good base really for the curry. So while that's sort of cooking off, I have prepared some beef, and that's just some diced beef that's gone in there. I think it's about 750 grams of diced beef, but that will like reduce down in size as it always does. So there you go, just frying that off. Right, so everybody, I had a house full earlier, so I've had to do a voiceover, so everyone's just gone. So I've got my spice mix number 2 here, and then I've got some water and a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil. So I'm just going to make a bit of a paste, if you like, with that in there, give it a good mix, and then I'm going to add it to my beef and onion and spice mix number 1 that's cooking off. So this is like a midweek curry. So, and that's, like I say, my diced beef in there. I didn't buy any joints or something like that, a steak or whatever. It's just the stewing steak, and the last curry that I did turned out quite well. The meat was quite tender as well, because obviously we were cooking it for a while. So I was impressed with that. So you can see there, the more I've mixed that together, there's a bit of, there's our spice mix number 2 going in. So I'm going to cook that off. And then I'm going to add my garlic and ginger paste once this is cooked off. So this will all start coming together now. And that there smells so fragrant as well. It's really nice. So we'll get that all cooked off. So you can probably hear in the background that I've got the kettle boiling, because I'm going to be adding some water to this soon. So the next thing that goes in is our tomato pureed ginger mix here. So it's your garlic, ginger, tomato and onion. Some people I've seen put this in earlier in the process, later. This is just the recipe that we do, and I'm just showing you how we do it. Now this here does want to cook off to get the rawness of the onion, the garlic and the ginger. So you want to cook that off. And then we're going to add our water. So look at that. That's coming together lovely, that. I'm going to be doing some rice. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing pilau rice in my rice cooker or just normal basmati rice. Either way, I've got a video on that already, so I'm not gonna show you how I do that. And I don't even think I've got any naan breads, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll just see. I'll serve it with some rice, and I might have some bits and pieces in the freezer for poppadoms and stuff, because as I say, this is a midweek curry where you haven't got very much time to do it. So yeah, so we'll crack on and we'll let that garlic ginger paste cook out. So I'm still cooking this off, and that's why I wear apron, because it's just spraying all over the bloody place. So yeah, so I'm still cooking that off. Just get rid of the rawness, because otherwise it'll sort of taint the curry. Just make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of your pan. So in next goes our boiling water. The reason why it's boiling out of the kettle is to keep this at temperature, so you're not cooling it down and then bringing it back up to the heat again. Wouldn't be the end of the world if you did that, I suppose, but so now that looks quite watery, but it's going to, because I've just added that in. So I've just put that on a very, very low simmer, and that's just going to simmer away, soften that meat and reduce the sauce down, and that's pretty much it. So just for a change, I thought I'd do some homemade chips, and they are getting done in the wok because I don't have a deep fat fryer. But yeah, just as good as anything really. This is the rice in the rice cooker that's cooked. So I'm going to do a plate up now. So I have our pilau rice on there, some homemade chips, some vegetable samosas that I found in the back of the freezer, and there's our curry added onto it there, and it's absolutely beautiful. It is, honestly, the flavour's really there, and I hope you do try it, because it is a midweek curry.